Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. Armstrong Implements is a well-known name in the ag industry in Southwest Saskatchewan. And through the collective efforts of 3 generations of the Talega family, the Swift Current-based business has picked up a major award. Back in October of 2013, Sask Power was given approval by the Saskatchewan Rate Review Panel for a series of system average rate increases. Former NHL player Theo Fleury made a stop in Swift Current on Tuesday to promote his latest book, Conversations with a Rattlesnake. Thanks for joining us here today. A Swift Current business has won a major award in the ag industry. We have more in today's top story. Armstrong Implements is a well-known name in the ag industry in Southwest Saskatchewan. And through the collective efforts of 3 generations of the Talega family, the Swift Current-based business has picked up a major award. Rural Lifestyle Dealers magazine has selected Armstrong Implements as the 2014 Dealership of the Year. An exciting achievement for Bob Talega and his team.
We received notification that we were shortlisted into the finals, and from that point we had to send a lot of financial information about our business, and it was put forth with a panel of 3 judges, and we were selected as the dealer that won for the year of 2014. So pretty exciting. It's the first time the award has been given out in Canada. The runner-up in this award had a dealership with 13 stores. So we're really honored, and a lot of that's due to our great staff and our customer base.
And with this latest award in hand, Talega says it's business as usual at their location on the North Service Road West, which targets both an agricultural clientele with its extensive Kubota line of products and services, and the urban market with snowblowers and barbecues. And when asked what the key to longevity is in business in a rural market such as Swift Current, Talega says it's a combination of factors.
I believe that a full product display is very important, trying to keep everything neat and tidy, but having a good selection where you can come and pick a tractor out and then buy all the accessories you need to go with it instead of shopping all over. So I think that's always an important, and creating a smaller dealership sometimes creates more of a one-on-one relationship with the customer, where the customer can come in your office and you can sell them the tractor, provide the financing, introduce them to people in the shop, and if any concerns arise, surely talk to you and it'll be handled.
Armstrong Implements, another Southwest Saskatchewan success story.
What can you do to brighten a person's day?
How would you feel doing something good for a person in need?
What if a single thought can change a person's life?
What can you do to make someone's life better?
Helping others is the greatest gift we can give. Give for good.
Like, we're going to bring gently used books or toys. We're going to give them to the Early Learning Center. We're collecting gently used toys to give to the Salvation Army, and we'll also be visiting a nursing home too. We're collecting coats, mittens, toques, gloves, and we're gonna give them to the Salvation Army to give to people that don't have money and don't have winter clothing.
Our classroom will be collecting donations of stuffed animals and plush toys to donate to the fire station. Some children out there, after they lost all their stuff, they'll be able to have something that will be able to comfort them.
God wants us to care about other people, and so He blesses us. I hope that they know what that means, because some people don't have that many things, and we have a lot.
I hope just people will pay attention and just to know that we're doing a good deed, and they'll pay forward and do a good deed to someone else as well.
There would be peace. There would be happiness, there would be happy faces, more friends, no bullying. It would change the world if everybody did it.
You've heard how we plan to give for good.
Now, it's your turn. What will you do?
What will you do?
What will you do?
Power rates are set to increase as of January the 1st. However, it won't be as much as originally anticipated. Back in October of 2013, Sask Power was given approval by the Saskatchewan Rate Review Panel for a series of system average rate increases. This began on January 1st of 2014 with an increase of 5.5% and was to follow with additional increases of 5% in 2015 and 2016. However, back in September, the province modified the original recommendations and reduced the January 1st, 2015 increase to 3% and removed the 2016 increase entirely. Now, as the City of Swift Current's Light and Power Department makes these adjustments for the coming year, local customers will see the following changes to their bill in 2015.
For the residential customers, for an apartment, it probably means about $1.50 a month. For a home, probably around $3, and for a large home, around $4 a month. For our commercial customers, again, it's about an average about 3% annual increase.
Minkin goes on to add that as local customers get a break in their power bill, the city still has hard costs.
For the department, it's not quite as good as it could be. Unfortunately, our rate, our wholesale rate that we pay to Sask Power, is actually going up more than the 3%. So while we'll still enjoy a little bit of increased revenue from this, it's not as good as it could be because of the way that Sask Power rate rebalanced for us.
The latest power increase will take effect on City of Swift Current utility bills as of January 1st, 2015. Crowds lined up to see Theo Fleury in Swift Current as he stopped in the city with his latest book tour. We have more in this report. Former NHL player Theo Fleury made a stop in Swift Current on Tuesday to promote his latest book, Conversations with a Rattlesnake. Fleury spoke to the crowd about his triumphs and lessons learned during his own personal journey of healing as a victim of sexual assault as a teenager by a former junior hockey coach. This is Fleury's second book following his autobiography, Playing with Fire, which was released back in 2009. A book which then set the scene for future writing, after discovering that there are thousands of others who are victims of various types of abuse. Fleury says with the release of Conversations with a Rattlesnake, the scene is now set in a different stage of his life, that of a life coach.
Conversation with a Rattlesnake is, sort of my kick at the can saying, geez, I got to get better here, because if I'm dealing with, so many survivors and whatnot, I need to educate myself. I need to have more information, and so, meeting Kim, who, is really the Wayne Gretzky of therapy, truly, and going through this process with her, and amazed at how quickly I picked things up and how quickly I was able to put them into action and to change. And so, I'm way calmer, and, I don't get too excited anymore.
As Fleury addressed the crowd at Great Plains College, he spoke of his newfound sense of optimism, thanks to his association with the First Nations community and experiences in sweat lodges.
It's that community that gave me back my life spiritually, and just having so many opportunities to, to go to the communities and sit with the elders and, ask them questions, and them, tell me stories, and me listen to those stories and connect to those stories and whatnot. It just feels comfortable for me, and it feels believable, and it feels safe.
And as Fleury took the time to take questions from the crowd, meet each of the attendees as they lined up for an autograph or a commemorative photo, he hopes youth will put down their cell phones and learn to communicate on a one-to-one basis about the issues they're dealing with, and that anyone dealing with any type of trauma or abuse in life will find strength through the pages of his book.
I hope they self-reflect and look at their own lives and say, maybe I'm not as well as I thought I was, or maybe, there's some things that I still need to work on, and, you can keep learning until you stop breathing. So, and, I hope people learn to be more compassionate.
Theo Fleury's cross-Canada tour for Conversations with the Rattlesnake will continue in the coming weeks, with additional stops across Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and onward into Ontario and Quebec in the new year. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at MyLocalTV.ca. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.